Mbunge wa Mogotio Ruben Kiborek, nimeona weekend ulisema aende nyumbani. Jamani, amngemsamea?
Jamani, ameenda. Ule si mtu wa kusamea. Uliona kibri, hata akiomba msamaha anaomba msamaha na kibri mingi. Ule ni mtu ambaye ni ngumu kumsamea hata ukitaka kumsamea. Ule ni mtu tumeishi naye kwa uongozi for the last 2 years and is the most difficult leader to deal with. He's a selfish leader. He's a greedy leader. He's a leader who stops at nothing but for his own personal interest. Yesterday you heard him speaking. He was my wife, and I said my wife, my son, my sister, my brother. To him the whole world circulated around my own, my. And he does all these things and hides under the tribal card for protection and to look like he's the savior of Mount Kenya. He's the same person who is in record calling Mount Kenya youth Mongiki. He's the same person who is on record never saying anything about Mau roads and other things that affects the life of Mount Kenya. He's the same person sabotaging the tea reforms and coffee reforms. So Rigathi Gachagua is a person who is so greedy, so insecure, and so much obsessed with himself and his own environment. He's a very toxic human being who hides under the tribe and under my people. The people of Central Kenya are very good people. The people of Central Kenya are very progressive people. And I think Kenya deserves better leaders than Rigathi Gachagua. And today the National Assembly has done the right thing.
What next for him? Ameisha kabisa ama unacha?
What about next? That's God's work. It's God who knows what next for all of us. But as National Assembly, we are done with him. He'll go to Senate. The mood of the House, because Senate and Parliament sit in the same environment. Senate will do away with him. He'll go to court. Court will do away with him. Then God knows what next for him. For that, I cannot say, man, what next for a man, because we are all looking up to God. But it is good for Kenya. It is good for young leaders. He has been fighting many young people. He has been fighting many young leaders, including some of us, because of standing with our youthful friends like Ndini Nyoro. And today, it has been demonstrated in the House how he has disrespected young leaders, he has disrespected women and each other and every other leader in this country. He was on record saying yesterday he was elected by 7.2 million Kenyans. He was selected by William Ruto, the president in Karen, during the nomination, the URP nomination. And when he was selected, there were many other competent leaders. For him to be so arrogant and rude that he was elected, and yet he knows he was elected, they fought a leader and he had only 5 members of parliament then who stood with him to be deputy president. Today he had only 44 across the whole country, meaning that there's a problem with this man. All leaders cannot be wrong. This is a man so full of himself and so entitled that he cannot be able to accommodate other views and other leaders.
Mheshimiwa Kiborek, watu wamekuwa wakisema Makanga kienda dereva pia aende.
Mambo ya Makanga na dereva ni sawa, lakini leo ile motion tulikuwa nayo ya Makanga. Wacha tushukishe Makanga leo kwa hii stage. Mambo ya dereva tuna discuss, mtu mwingine akileta motion. But kwa leo ilikuwa ni story ya Makanga, na Makanga imebidi aende baba. Dereva labda baadaye, lakini kwa sasa ni Makanga. Tumeshukisha Makanga, ameenda. So wacha gari iende, kama Ngara atajaza gari ikisonganga ikienda mbele. So ile mavijana ya stage watajaza gari, dereva ataitisha fare ikisonga mbele. Kaende.
Alafu watu wamesema it was a political witch hunt. It was not about the issues you raised.
There's nothing like political witch hunt, because yesterday you saw he confirmed 2 charges. And according to Procurement Act 2015, Article 66, he confirmed that indeed the issue of KEMSA, he had something to do with it. That was a clear conflict of interest, because he did not disclose that his company, the company of his son, the Crystal Company, was agency of the Indian company, which was called Shaboka. Secondly, he confirmed the treatop KWS hotel, given that KWS is a government institution, and saying that you were given lease without competitive fair tender. That shows that it was a clear conflict of interest. You use your position and power to get that, to run Treetop and to get the lease, because they were nowhere that was floated a tender for Treetop Hotel, and it's a government institution. It's under KWS. So that was a clear conflict of interest, and many other grounds that, including insubordination and many other grounds. So he made his bed, let him lie on it.
Mheshimiwa, just to ask you, as a politician, as a young politician, a good friend to His Excellency William Samoei Ruto, just to ask you, as a politician, what have you learned? What have you picked from this, impeachment of Deputy President, as well as from the relationship with Deputy President and His Excellency William Samoei Ruto?
The most thing I've learned from today is that experience is a key thing in leadership. What Rigathi Gachagua lacked this experience, handling his own problem, including calling media and all things, and all the drama he has been choreographing with Cleophas Malala, shows a man who lacks experience. Apart from being insecure, he lacks experience. So I have learned that for you to be a good leader, you have to be secure. You have not to be been secure. 2, you have to have experience. So what I've learned is that he has been costed by own inexperience.
Now, what next for Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua?
That is his card to do. He's going to Senate, I'm sure, and Senate for sure will deal away with him in the next 2 weeks by the 19th. He chooses to go to court or not, the court will do his work, because we did our due diligence, we did our work proper, and this is a quasi-legal, quasi-political situation, and we have done our politics, our legal part of it we have done, and we will continue doing with our competent lawyers in the House, and for us he's done in terms of impeachment. What he has to choose, and I cannot predict his future, because future belongs to God. It is his God who knows his future, but for us we have no future with Rigathi Gachagua. For this country, the same man who is in record calling the young men from Mount Kenya, because I'm a young leader, he's calling the young men from Mount Kenya Mongiki. He's in record calling them Mongiki and calling for execution. He's the same man who has never talked about Mount Kenya roads. He's the same Rigathi Gachagua who has never discussed anything pertaining the problem facing this country. But he hides under tribe after going for myself, my wife, my father, my brother, my everything. The man so obsessed with my and his own small circle. So we want to tell him, see you on the other side of the road.
Just lastly, Mheshimiwa, what plans does His Excellency William Samoei Ruto has for the people of Mount Kenya if Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua get impeached?
President William Ruto has planned for the Republic of Kenya. That one I cannot speak for him, he will speak for himself. But I'm sure that another competent leader will come out from Mount Kenya and other regions of this country, and this Kenya will go forward. This Kenya will move from Rigathi Gachagua. No one is indispensable. No one is indispensable. Sometimes you can have the feeling of self-importance that Kenya cannot move without me. Gachagua will watch Kenya from his TV moving forward. Other leaders will emerge, and Kenya will go forward.
We'll see propaganda, people will be suggesting, proposing that maybe kuna bahasha, kuna briefcase ilitembea, maybe kuna pesa ilitembea kidogo.
I am on record said, when it's come to Rigathi Gachagua, as member of Kenya, we are members of parliament, we are ready to contribute money to remove him if money is needed anywhere. And I can still stand there that if money is needed anywhere, we are ready to contribute to even give him some retirement package, because he has been so much a trouble to us and a trouble to leadership that he's been on record telling the members of parliament from Mount Kenya that they are one term for standing against his toxic negative politics. And we told him fair, if they are one term, you be half term. And I think we have served him out. He is half term and he has to go.
Advice to Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua.
My advice to Rigathi Gachagua: seek peace with yourself. Seek peace from your own God. Learn to be the truthful you call yourself, because you are a truthful liar. And learn to internalize that life can move without you. You are not indispensable. There have been many other leaders before you. There will be many other brilliant leaders after you. And this country, for sure, for real, will go forward without you. And don't see that you are too big that Kenya cannot move without you. Tomorrow, Kenya will move, and you will be forgotten, just like the Malisavilakwe. It make a song that has been forgotten. It will move like it has moved. We have moved without Uhuru Kenyatta. We have moved without Moi. No one knew this country will not move without Moi. No one knew this country will not move without Kibaki. Kenya is moving. It will move for sure, and you'll be forgotten like Malisavi Lakwe, Itmeka, who I think for now is forgotten from the scene, and you'll just move. Kenya will move on. That's what I can tell you for sure. Gachagua thing is bigger than life. He is not. He is just regarding Gachagua. You remove police, you remove media, you remove the trapping of deputy president. He is another first-time MP who got luck and drew lotto and yes, no, and William Ruto's election. He got to be deputy president for 2 years. Thank you.
Sawa, shukran.